during the by-election at Akwatia yesterday. So he said this before the results came out. So the Member of Parliament for Asutifi South, Collins Dauda, has sparked debate by suggesting that the road project in Akwatia could be influenced or could have been influenced by the results of the by-election which was held yesterday. In an interview with journalists, the veteran lawmaker argued that development should align with political support. He reflected on the 2024 general election, noting that the presidential outcome was uncertain at the time. And he said, back then, we didn't know who would win between Dr. Baumia and President Mahama. In the end, the NDC secured over 180 seats while the NPP had 88. Now, President Mahama is in charge and he controls the resources of the state. Let's hear what exactly he said in that interview.
That's what is happening. Akwatia rules will fix it. But we want them to reciprocate this by voting the NDC candidate.
So if they vote for the NPP, you won't construct their road. Is that it?
I can't say that. I'm not the president. I can't say that. I'm not the president. But if I were the president, I won't do it.
Even though they pay taxes?
You have the opportunity. You have the opportunity. When we're voting in December 2024, we had to elect 275 MPs together. And the two candidates, we didn't know who would win. President John Dramani Mahama and then Dr. Mahmoud Baumia. We didn't know who would win. So we just voted. The results we had was that NDC had 180 something MPs and the NPP got 88. Now there's opportunity for the poor of Akwatia. President Mama is not the president of Ghana. He's in charge of everything. So if it's development you want, it is his direction you must go. So if we are a citizen of Akwatia, a native of Akwatia, and a voter in Akwatia, and you want development, and you know it is the president who is in charge of development, who would you vote for? This is a special election. It is not a general. This is a special election and it requires special thinking.
So you just heard Collins Dauda, who is MP for Asutifi South, talking about the fact that it was necessary for the people of Akwatia to vote for the NDC candidates yesterday during the by-election because he believed that that would help their developmental projects there, especially roads. And according to him, if you want development, then you vote for the party in power. But we're asking this morning, should access to development or developmental projects like road construction be tied to political loyalty? This is a big question that we are asking this morning on Daybreak Hits. Do send us your comments via 054-8841-039. And what impact do such statements have on voter freedom and democratic choice? And Debbie Sechin Sway is here. Hello, Debbie.
Hi, Kwame. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Me, I'm very, very, very fine this morning.
This morning you want to go the Indian way?
Yeah, I want to go the Indian way.
Have you eaten this morning?
I have not eaten this morning, but I am sure very, very soon I will
What do you intend to eat?
To eat some banku and nkrumah frui.
Is that the only food that you can eat? Is that the only food that you like?
Yes, I like heavy, heavy food.
I didn't know you were a very spoiled child. You are not correct at all.
Hey, Kwame, have you been to India before?
No.
Wow, what accents were you there?
You see, I do impressions. I'm not too good at many languages, but I think my strongest is the Ewe accent. Sometimes I do the northern accents a bit.
Wow.
Yeah.
Charlie. This morning there we need Akwatia accent because Charlie, what is happening there?
Ashamdi wa shiwa Akwatia no. Ma hu shen chloroform ya no be de wa kuntokwa. Entakwa de wa kunu obi de wa show bi no wa mia no. Tai. Asham kashia ne wa shina ya tihana ya kasha. Ma calling se Dauda wa kasham.
Wa kasam pa.
Asham de wa kana ma gine hu samantisia.
Oh.
There is a this way.
Yeah, Kwame.
We are asking this whole thing about political parties voting and the fact that if you didn't vote for me in your area, I'm not going to do anything for you in that area. Do you think these things augur well for this country?
No, not at all.
Must it be like that? If
it's
you don't
very
have,
unfair.
if your party is not in power, and let's say your MP is from the opposition, does it mean that you don't deserve any projects?
Yeah,
in the area?
Tell us the truth, eh?
Ghana for Munsorio.
Hey, I will tell for Namuyo Musano. I mean, during the MPP's era, this similar thing happened in the Volta region.
Yeah.
And it was not
Even
very.
former President Anadu made some statements
over there
like
and
that.
when I heard it, in fact, I was very shocked. I thought maybe it was a lie or it was just some fabrication until I watched the video and listened. I was like, hey, I never thought people could speak so recklessly out there so easily.
Yeah.
Like Fala, I thought if you're gonna say things like this, then it's going to be in back doors. But I never thought they could publicly just proclaim all these things. We are all taxpayers in Ghana for
Exactly.
So exactly, it has to be distributed
once
fairly.
we decide to go to the polls and Ghana says, okay, this party or this president should lead the country, you become father for everybody.
Everyone, yeah.
So it doesn't matter which area voted for you or against you.
Or who's your
you
favorite?
need to serve them equally. So I think some of these statements are not those that we should encourage at all. Okay, what do you make of this? 05488411039. Already some comments are coming through, but we'll read them later in the headlines.
Headlines. Well, yeah, I mean, very interesting stories in the headlines today. My first story says that government cuts Black Stars budget by over $732,000 for World Cup qualifiers against Chad and Mali. You can get more of that story.
Oh, wait, just say Yateso.
Yatesu.
See, whom?
So, Charlie, the budget is too budgeting. We gotta cut it. We gotta slice it down. Yes, and you can get more of that story on myjournline.com. I will marry again. This is coming from Selena Boateng, the gospel songstress. You can get more of that story also on myjournline.com. Now, fight against illegal mining woefully inadequate. This is coming from Professor Buckpin. You can get more of that story on myjournline.com. And this is on the Akwatia by-election. MPP is favorite, but will beat them. That's coming from Fifi Kwete, and of course he's of the NDC. You can get more of his story.
Before the results, yeah.
Exactly, you can get
But
more.
wait, but I was surprised though that they won. But okay, so the MP who passed was from the NPP.
Yes.
How did they lose that seat like that?
I mean, I'm
this
very
is
surprised.
scary for the
You know, his
NPP.
wife, his morning wife was there to also campaign.
Charlie,
And I was surprised.
Because ordinarily he should have gotten some sympathy votes at least.
Yeah.
But the NDC managed to win that seat. Charlie, there is something going on. The MPP should be worried about this.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like over some time now they have become a bit unpopular. So, I mean, it's like that. When you're in opposition, they're always unpopular. So they have to just relax. Your time will come.
Okay.
Well, you can get more of that on myjoyline.com. We love money. We are waiting to get paid to vote. This was before the election. These are some of the residents of Akwatia.
I hear monies were exchanging hands.
Something small for the boys and girls. You can get more of that story on myjournline.com. Now, NDC has no hand in buying votes, and this coming from Tanko Computer as he defends the party's integrity. You can get more of that on myjournline.com. Now, Tamale Central by-election, MPP withdrew because they don't stand a chance. This coming from the NDC. Hey, you can get more of that on myjournline.com. Now, NADMO confirms arrival of victims at border communities in Doma West, and this is on the Binyuri clash. You can get more of that story on myjournline.com. Now, Sophia Akufo condemns dismissal of Chief Justice Gertrude Tokonu. You can get more of her story on myjournline.com. Now, Mahama lifts ban on state land transactions, and you can get more of that story also on myjournline.com. Now, this one says that fear of violence affecting voter turnout. This coming from an NDC candidate. You can get more of that story on myjournline.com. Now, Ghana must outgrow the cycle of partisan reward and punishment. You can get more of that on myjournline.com, and that's exactly what we are seeing here. I mean, if you don't vote for me, we'll punish you. I'm not going to do your vote. It's not a nice thing. Pastor remanded into custody for insulting general overseer. Imagine you insult your lead pastor and then and easy. You can get more of that story on myjournline.com. Now, 16-year-old gunned down at Galamsey's site. You can get more of that story on myjournline.com. And my next story says that leaders must resist partisanship and authoritarianism and impunity. This coming from President Mahama. You can get more of his story on myjournline.com. Now, Gold Trade Business by Gold Board leaves much to be desired. This coming from Patrick Boama. You can get more of his story on myjournline.com. Akwatia by-election about development, not sympathy. This is the Eastern NDC chairman. You can get more of that on myjournline.com. Now, let's move to adumonline.com. This one says that a God-fearing half-caste is my type.
Hey.
Yes. Guess who?
Who's that?
Selena Boateng, the gospel musician.
God-fearing
half-caste. On pe Ghana ni on pe hybrid, like one mixy how a
Bruni Kakra. God-fearing.
I sounds. Well, I don't know any God-fearing half-caste around.
There's any happiness.
There be ni happiness. Or a Ghana ni
happiness on your half-caste.
There be. Proper and crying.
Nicola. On your half-caste. Ana oye o baken
we on ne wa oye o baken on ne wa onya kills when it's okay. Yes, up a half caste. So please, if you're an half caste, God fearing one at that, moon contact, you can get more of that on adumonline.com. Right. Now, fear grapes Pele sauce. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it well. Pele X. How do we
spell it?
Pele is KPELE and sauce. P-E-L-E. That's Pele.
Okay.
And sauce is X-O-R-S-E. Sauce.
So in every that X is pronounced
Pele Hose.
Hose.
Hey! Fear grapes Pele Hose as farmer mysteriously disappears and finger found on farm. In MSCC, you can get more of that on adumonline.com. This one says that NRSA warns assemblies over illegal billboards on road medians. You can get more of that story also on adumonline.com. Now, Parliament presents 2025 Democracy Cup trophy to President Mahama. You can get more of his story on adumonline.com also. And now let's move to GhanaWeb.com. My first story there says that Ada MP slams minority for choosing press conferences over development. You can get more of that story, as I said earlier, on GhanaWeb.com. Now, this election sets the tone for future ones. This is the IGP on Akwatia by-election. Anyways, you can get more of that also on GhanaWeb.com. Don't stay in a relationship just because of amazing sex. And this is coming from Selena Boateng again. So
Wait. What is she implying?
That don't stay in a relationship just because, the dude is good.
But stay because of what?
Of other things. I mean, the dude is not the only thing that you stay in a relationship for.
And there should be other things.
Okay. There's certain ladies.
Is this advice from her personal experience?
Well. I don't know about that.
Because I know recently she said that she's divorced.
Yes.
We shall find out.
Investigations on the way. You can get more of that story on GhanaWeb.com. Now, speak local languages to kids at home to preserve it. Rexumar urges parents. And you can get more of that story also on GhanaWeb.com. Now, 250 bags of rice needed for my world's biggest jollof attempt. This coming from Hilda Bassi, Nigeria's Hilda Bassi. Yeah. Okay. She's going to be attempting the world's biggest jollof pots. Yes, she's already making plans for it. Yeah, in 250 bags. How well? Mikra, when I cook more than 6 cups, the food is not doing well.
But Hilda worried us, pal.
Yes, so
the moment she started that cookathon,
Charlie.
Then we had a lot of thorns in this country. And the tibia ton. I
was saying me a tungstone and remember tongues. Tongues are ton.
Hilda, one more yen crack.
Charlie.
Now, ebi Zion, ebi Diatro film.
Charlie.
Chef Smith. Hey! Yeah, bro, come how?
You. Well, you can get more of her story on GhanaWeb.com. Now, constant support for foreigners is hitting the Ghana's creative industry. This is coming from Jeffrey Norty. You can get more of his story on GhanaWeb.com. I immediately parked my car when I heard of Lumba's death. Akwatia recount. You can get more of that tragic story on GhanaWeb.com. Now, if you make skits for Ghanaians, you won't get anything. This is coming from comedian Waris. You can get more of that story on.
So he doesn't target Ghanaians.
Yes.
Okay.
He doesn't make skits for Ghanaians because he makes something from that.
All right.
Anyways, and the next story says that I initially did not like Daddy Lumba. Kofi Tea opens up, and you can get more of that story on GhanaWeb.com. I am done with a marriage. My man is also.
Who is that?
This is coming from Offset.
Oh.
He speaks after splits from Cardi B.
Oh.
Yeah, he's not going back.
He's done with marriage.
Oh, yes. But he's not done with love. That one there. But he's done with marriage.
Something must have upset Offset.
Bars, Maggie, bars. And you can get more of that story on GhanaWeb.com. Now, lack of sponsors led to the cancellation of Daddy Lumba's Kumasi feature night.
Oh, really? Because the information I had was because of the 8 people that we lost through the helicopter crash, because it was during that same period.
Yeah.
And the Friday and I think the Saturday 3 days were dedicated for the morning.
Yes.
So it wasn't possible they would go and do another vigil in Kumasi. So I'm just trying to reconcile this with the explanation I was giving by the Creative Art Agency boss, Gideon Ayikwe. It doesn't sync for me.
For you.
Yeah.
Well, Mr. Bones is the one saying that.
Oh, yeah, Mr. Bones.
I mean,
he's a TV presenter in Kumasi.
Wow.
Yeah.
Information kutano. So anyways, you can get more of that story also on GhanaWeb.com. And my last story says that Daddy Lumba is the greatest of his generation, not the greatest of all time. This is coming from Kojo Ashakan. And that's,
do you know Kojo Ashakan?
No, I don't know him.
Have you heard this song? Sidia Nadia, Zidia Nagaza, Zidia. Oh, say that.
Oh no, I'm a Gen Z.
What, you've not heard?
I don't know.
Oh, Kojo Ashakan is one of the finest high-life musicians we have in this country.
Yeah, and I have to listen some more. And yeah, that's a wrap on the headlines.
Okay,
Yeah.
But do we have comments coming in?
Yeah, we do have some comments here.
And our big story this morning says, if I were the president and the people of Akwatia voted against the NDC candidate, I wouldn't fix the roads. Coming from Asutifi South MP Collins Dauda. And we're asking, is this comment healthy for our political landscape? Share your thoughts with us. 054-8841039. Yeah, comments?
Yeah, I do have some comments here. My first comment is from Gentle Jack. Or see, way. These are all leaders of our country. And Kwabena Bafo says that how many roads or developments have you made in the constituencies that you won? Growing up, we thought wisdom lies in the minds of the old. Hey, guys, relax. I have one from Ibrahim Al Hassan. He says that what's his understanding of democracy? Hey, he's all why? And I have one from JK. He says that old man, you are evil. And Dada Kujemfi says that may the Lord have mercy. I have one from Nanaya Jr. He says that such a man as an MP, how many years have you been an MP? In those years where your party wasn't in power, wasn't your constituency developed? And I have one from Sola. Sola says that the same thing MPP did to we the Voltarians. Kafra. And I have one from Owusu Boedi. He says that, but what is happening to our elderly people nowadays? God save Mother Ghana. But what's happening to them? There's nothing happening to them. And I have one from Oba Aduna. She says that, at what expense are you constructing the road? Isn't it the taxpayers' money? Cheap talk. And I have one from Tony. He says that that's very poor statement from you because every person in this country pays taxes.
Yeah.
And I have one from Young Victor. He says that talk well, you are not a child. And I have one from Shatta Etumpine.
Hey.
He joins the conversation and says that this man is actually sick. His president must revoke his appointment. And I have one from That's High Hill Girl. And she says that this is basic logic. Voting for opposition is a standstill. call till the next election. And Sean Mami says that's why you're not. I mean, that's why he's not the president. And I have one from Andrews Damoa. He says that grey hair is gradually losing its metaphoric value.
Hey.
And I have one from Hey, Charlie.
Literature students.
I tell you. How? And I have one from Fred. He says that look at his head like do.
Oh.
Hey. And I have one from Chris. Chris says that in fact this man doesn't deserve to be a member of parliament. And Stephen says that this is unfortunate. And don't forget that they are Ghanaian taxpayers. Period. And I have one from Jiro Diko. I disagree with your submission, though I am an NDC. And Kweku Apiakubi says that not all grey hair embody guys, it's okay. And I have one from Kwabena Bafo. He says that out of 184 constituencies that they have, how many of these are benefiting from road under construction? I have a few more. Sigbe Wisdom says that below the belt crown. And Khalifa Jr. says that I thought grey hair. Oh, it's okay. The grey hair comments are
grey
too
hair
much.
has suffered. We will dye it.
Dye it, but you're more mono.
We will dye it now.
Oh, Charlie.
You see why I've been dyeing mine?
Hey, you have to, Kwame. Before
people
someone
come in and insult my grey hair.
Oh, but you're very wise. So I mean, you grew metaphorically.
Yeah.
It makes sense. Yeah. And my last comment is coming from Florence Soga. She says that why is voting for a particular party payment for development? People are free to vote for whoever they want, whether their party is in government or not. The government is obliged to develop the entire country. I agree with you, Florence. And these are some of your comments.
Okay, this one from Harold. Hey, Harold, I never knew you were NDC. Harold says, I'm a proud member of the NDC, but this doesn't make sense. What are the taxes we pay used for? This comment is below the belt and coming from him is very unfortunate. I don't see any wisdom in this statement. Okay, Harold says so. Citizen Boche Ankasa says, is this the national cake? Is the national cake shared on political party basis? He's asking. Where not, Samuel also writes, next time if the MPP got power or gets power, they will protect it. Power sweet. Israel more Ayivor also comes in with this saying that what is the difference between this and what Akufo-Addo said when he visited the Akosomo flood victims? We mentioned that early on. Baldwin Addo writes, hey, this is quite a lot. It says, now that the NDC is in power, I think one important thing is happening and that many people may overlook. The young men and women who turned 18 in 2024, whose only experience of governance was under the MPP, are now seeing the NDC in action for the first time. Before this, many of them only knew the NDC as the opposition voice, always criticizing and promising better. It's easy to sound perfect when you are not the one carrying the weight of leadership. But now, these same young people get to experience NDC leadership firsthand beyond the slogans and emotional appeals. This matters because it gives the youth because it gives the youth the chance to compare both parties fairly. Instead of relying on only emotions or propaganda, they can now ask the real questions. Who is delivering? Whose policies are working? Who has a track record that actually improves lives? In the end, this helps build a more mature democracy where votes are cast not just for or from frustration or excitement, but from genuine reflection on performance. And that, in my view, is how Ghana moves forward. Wow. Yo. Jay Kojo says, is the NDC sensing a defeat even before noon? So this was posted yesterday. Another comment here says, Nanayao perjury. Okay, so that's from Nanayao perjury. Says, what do you need that one seat to do? Mami Poma writes, sometimes stress can make one grow gray hair, not wisdom.
Guys, tone it down.
Ralph Mahoney Asifwa Dauda. How can a learned member of parliament say this? Muhammad Ali, Muhammad Ali is here. He's only advising that good people of Akwatia vote wisely and strategically. In the end, Okay, so the end goal is the development of Akwatia, not just party representation in parliament. You have every right to disagree with him, though. Mutala Musa says, ask yourself, the 188 plus MPs you're talking about, have you people fixed their roads? Ebenezer Aqua, if they vote for the NPP candidates, are they still not Ghanaians? Maulom Pate says, this kind of statement cannot be condoned in the era of nation building and unity. Development must reach every Ghanaian, regardless of tribe, location, political affiliation, status, or color. We have enough of such comments from a certain former president. Samsidin Baruri says, one old man ever told me that it's okay.
Oh, the old man and
There
the
are
gray
some
hairs.
F words in there.
Oh, wow. Oh.
Anthony Nana Emisa Arthur says, but honorable. This statement is below the belt. Do you have more comments?
No, I do not have any more comments.
Okay, so that brings us to the end of the headline segment, brought to you by Betway. You always get way more. Thank you, Debbie Sechin Sway. And all right, okay, some more here. We have some more comments here. This one says, good morning, Daybreak Hitz, the big story. Development in the country should cut across, but in Ghana here, because our resources are not enough, politicians take care of those who voted for them first. But in the case of winning a bigger majority, your problems will be bigger. So in this case, whom do you serve first? Ajiman Joseph, Community 9, Tema, aka Ajingo the man. He says, Yemi is always on my mind. Ajingo.
We will call you to.
Today I am warning you. Ajiman Joseph, hear me. Today should be the last time that you take Yemi and put her on your mind.
Yes.
Remove Yemi from your mind now.
With immediate effects.
Okay. Good morning, Daybreak Hates, and hope you guys are doing great. These so-called politicians behave as if the country belongs to them. This attitude is just moving the country backwards. I am Fifi Abrantier from Ashaiman. Oh, this one from your friend. Ayigbeni Dogbera from Nungwa. And Ayigbeni says, this has always been the case, even though it's not supposed to be. We experienced the worst case in the last 8 years.
Wow. President
Mahama is not that kind of president, though. He's president for also vote or no vote, he will deliver. And as if he didn't forget your name. So he says, good morning, Mr. Darcy and Sister Joa and Debbie. But today, as for him, he didn't say you are on his mind.
Oh, yes. I mean, we are friends. We're good friends.
Hey.
Echo.
Debbie,
yeah.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Okay, and Debbie returns with lifestyle later on the show. News.